Let me show you what a $5,000 hoarder house cleanout looks like in my city. So it's been a while since I've done videos like this, showing you a project and showing you how much we charge for the project. Reason I don't do that as much anymore is because I'm not on the field doing these estimates as much. I'm in the office working on a lot of projects for junk removal business owners and dumpster rental companies, as my primary service now is marketing. But that doesn't mean I don't still rank really well for property cleanouts in my city. I still get tons of these calls, and on occasion I'll go do some of these estimates. And as you can see here, this is the typical house clean out. It's messy, there's a lot of stuff, and it smells bad. And the specific situation that's happening with this property is that the homeowner is too old and cannot live by themselves at this point and is being transferred to an adult care facility, and the daughter called us to facilitate with the process of cleaning out this property. So like I said, this specific job right here is about 7 truckloads is what we estimated, and it's gonna be around $5,000. I'm curious to know what you'd be charging for a property like this in your city and state. It's 3 bedrooms and it's about 7 truckloads, 1-story house, and our dump fees are about $150 a ton here. The 2 most commonly asked questions that I get about property cleanouts or hoarder cleanouts is number 1, how do I charge for these projects? And all it comes down to is experience, really. You might not get it right the first time, but trust me, you won't make the same mistake again. Now, there are different ways to price these jobs, and I'm gonna give you what I prefer and what other people I've heard have done in the past. What I typically do is I charge a flat rate fee. I go in, I estimate how long it's gonna take us to do the job, I estimate how much our overhead's gonna be, and I estimate how many truckloads we're typically gonna do out of this property. Based on that scenario alone, I'm able to give them an exact price for the entire scope of the project. And the reason that I do this is because I don't wanna go in giving an estimate based on truckloads when it could be 2 truckloads or 8 truckloads. That's where the customer's mindset goes, is they look at the very bottom number and then the highest number, and it's too big of a gap, and it's almost like a gamble for them. So I like to give them peace of mind saying, hey, the job's gonna be $5,000, not a penny more, not a penny less. If you decide to agree to this, this is what the terms will be, and they're not gonna change. And this is the strategy for pricing that's worked for me for years and closing jobs like this. Now, the second question I get asked the most is, how do you get these jobs, right? A lot of you guys want to target these jobs on Google Ads, and that simply doesn't work as well as targeting these jobs with SEO. SEO is the big thing here. So the way that I get these jobs is I specifically built websites that have all the pages of every city within a 30-mile radius, and every single one of these cities has a page for property cleanouts, hoarder cleanouts, eviction cleanouts, all the cleanouts that you can think about. And that's why I rank so well for these specific jobs, not just with one website, but with multiple websites. And that's how I'm able to dominate my area. Now, you can also use a GMB to rank for these specific search phrases in these cities, but you can also use a website to rank in multiple cities without having a GMB. And I'm getting most of these calls directly from the website because I don't currently use a GMB with this particular website. So let me show you what this looks like on the computer so you have a better understanding of what I mean about websites and pages that are made to rank for hoarder cleanouts and property cleanouts. So if we go to Google and we type in property cleanouts, Portland, Oregon, you're gonna see some results here. At the very top, right here, number 1 is my website, Property Cleanouts PDX. Right under that, you're gonna find a website called Junkremovalmoney Inc. That is also my website. If you don't believe me, I'll show you. My face is on it. So if you come down to the bottom of Junkremovalmoney Inc., you're gonna see a video of me that I uploaded years and years ago when I was first starting junk removal. And if you come to Property Cleanouts PDX, this is a site that we built over at my agency, and I'm gonna show you what the breakdown of this specific site looks like so you understand what I'm talking about. So the very first page of the site is made to rank for property cleanouts in Portland, Oregon. And you can see here, the very first thing you read is property cleanouts, Portland, Oregon. That's our H1 tag. That's what we're really targeting here heavily. And you can also see that in the title of the page. If you come down, you're gonna find other hoarder cleanouts, estate cleanouts, and eviction cleanouts tabs, right? But I really wanna show you is that every page that is made on the site is made to rank for one specific search phrase, and that is why we show up so many times. So if we come to cities and we start to look through the navigation bar, you're gonna find here that we have a specific page for apartment cleanouts under Portland, Oregon. And now we're giving Google the chance to index us for the specific search phrase of apartment cleanouts, Portland, Oregon. And you can see here we do this basically in every city around us, like I said, the major ones for every cleanout. And that is how I constantly stay busy with these big property cleanout jobs. And I plan on making more videos showing you the behind the scenes of all these bigger jobs that we do. I typically just make marketing videos, but I think that this this is gonna help solidify how important these specific pages are for your site in order to get these types of jobs. I want to show you a map so I can paint you a better picture of how this whole thing happened with this specific job. So as you can see here on the map, I'm this blue dot and I'm in a city called Oregon City at the moment. And the specific person that called me was in a city called Vancouver, Washington, which is pretty far away from us. They're over here. The job itself that we went to go do an estimate for is in Hillsboro, which is all the way over here. Now I was able to rank the website for somebody searching in Vancouver for a property clean out either in Hillsboro or a property clean out in Portland, Oregon. And so that's why it's important for you to target the main city as well as the surrounding cities. I get on a lot of calls with you guys who do not want to target the metropolitan area or the main city because you don't want to go downtown. Targeting the main city does not mean that you're gonna always go downtown. Targeting the main city is a way for you to show up when somebody's talking about the entire metropolitan area. And so it's really important that your website itself talks about the main city. It's not going to mean that you're going to go downtown. It just means that you service the entire metropolitan area. I wanted to show you on a map how important it is for you to have these pages for the website because the GMB will only rank for a small service area, but the website itself can rank individually in every single city that you want to rank in. Technically, using this exact method, you can build out a big site that can rank in every city in the country. So now you know the secret behind getting big property cleanout jobs and hoarder cleanout jobs like this. If this information was helpful, please give me a thumbs up. If you need one-on-one help growing your junk removal or dumpster rental business, or you want jobs like this, give me a call at 503-914-7250 or visit junkremovalmoney.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.